But Spiritual Sunday. And what do I have for you today for scripture? We're going to be reading from the book of Deuteronomy, and that is chapter 19, verses 15 through 21. And it reads, "One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin. In any sin that he sinned at the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses shall the matter be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent acquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and had testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye go unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, and foot for foot." That is Deuteronomy 19, 15 through 21. And it's talking about, okay, in 15, one witness shall rise not up against one man. So one person cannot rise up against one man and think they're going to have what to be a conqueror. They're not going to be defeating that individual. But what the word is saying, that it is taking 2 witnesses, or it's going to take 3 witnesses in order for something to be established, in order for truth to be established, in order for the verdict to be established, in order for it to be rendered what a true fact, it has to be 2 or 3 witnesses. We cannot just have one individual rising up against one individual. And then it says, one witness shall not rise up against that man. But then when it goes to 16, it says, if a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him, that which is wrong. So you can have 2 or 3, but you have to come in truth. We cannot come with a false expectation. We cannot come with a false pretense. We cannot come with anything false, because if anything comes to be false, then guess what? That is no other than what to be a lie. And then it says, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord. So those 2 individuals, whether it's man or woman, boy or girl, when they stand up against anything that's controversial, that is having indifference, that doesn't have a sense of a same opinion, guess what? They still have to stand before God. Not just before man, not just before the judge, not just before the attorney, not just before the doctor. You still have to stand before God, because God is the one that's going to judge you on the last day. He is the only one that can judge the heart of man, because that's what the word says. And then it says, and the judges shall be in those days, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and had testified falsely against his brother, then shall do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So however you think you're going to falsely testify against the next individual, and you know, we have a lot of that in the world where people falsely testify against somebody else, and they already know what the truth was, but they still want to falsely testify. They still want to give their false opinion. They still want to give a false word. Guess what? Let me tell you what the word says again. It says, then shall ye do unto him. That same thing is going to be done unto you. In the same measure that you falsely accuse somebody else is going to come back, and what they're going to falsely accuse you. And then it says, as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. Thou. The evil is going to be from amongst you, because they were the ones that falsely put this on you. So guess what? God has to take this away from you, because it didn't belong to you anyway. You have people every day trying to persecute you like they persecuted Jesus. They want to do it so they can look good. They want to do it because they want to get more publicity. They want to do it because they think they about to get some more favor. They want to do it because they think they're going to get favoritism. So when you got to steer away from those type of people. Steer away from those type of folks that want to come and falsely accuse you behind your back, but in your face they're talking so innocent. They want to be your friend. That's why you have to be mindful of who is your friend versus who you associate with. Because some folks, you can't tell everything to everybody. Because you don't know who's going to stand for you versus at the end of the day, who's going to be against you. And then it says, and those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. So whoever remains with you in that time of when you're going through, in that time of when you got to go to the courthouse, in that time when you got to go to the doctor and they don't even know what's going on, in the midst of those times, you got to see who's going to stand with you. Who's going to be for you? Who's going to be for you and not against you? That's what you have to see. When you look around and the only people that are standing around you, those are the trustworthy ones because they're for you. How can I be for you if I'm not there? But if I'm against you, I won't be there. And then it says, 21 says, and thine eyes shall not pity. It's not going to be no pity from me. It's going to be no pity from you. It's going to be no pity from the ones that are standing there with you. We have nothing to be pity for. We have nothing to have any type of pity for. Because what? Guess what? When you've done all you know to do, all you got to do is stand. That's what the word says. Just stand. Stand still and see the salvation of what? Of God. And then it says, but a life shall go for a life. My life, your life. 2 for 2. My 2, your 2. You see, because you're standing with that individual. And then it says hand for hand, and foot for foot. So it's like a mirroring effect. What I put out is what you put back in. What I pour out is what you pour back in. So when you're looking around in that circle, and you see those individuals that are there for you when you needed them the most, that is the ones that you have to have that mirror effect with. Because those are the ones that they came to see about you. Those are the ones that say, I'm here for you. Those were the ones that said, I have your back. And they didn't just say it, they showed it. It's a difference when you say it versus when you show it. So we got to be mindful of the false witnesses that come and try to testify against you. You got to be mindful. Very mindful of those type of people. Hey, that was good right there. I'm so glad that you tuned in with me on What This Spiritual Sunday. And we came from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verses 15 through 21. Just go over and read it in your own spare time. I'm so glad. So if you have anything that you want to jot down, anything that you want me to elaborate on next time, please feel free to do so. Again, this is Queen. This is Prophetess. Enjoy your day.